Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel for video number 2 today. Now, this was a video I was originally planning on putting out yesterday, but some things came up and I didn't have a chance to record it. But this was something that I've been noticing a trend of over the past roughly a month. There's been a series of news stories, and there's been a few things that have come out. Now, I don't necessarily know if it's testing the waters or not, but most of them involve Keanu Reeves entering some role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I did a video recently about how some announcements at D23 that are being rumored could spell a very, very rough period for the MCU in terms of its content. And the thing is that there's a lot of rumors flying around right now. The rumor mill is rife with stuff. But this seems like something that is not only plausible, but I think possible. Now, Keanu Reeves has been rumored to be involved in Marvel movies for a very long time. Marvel itself had a press release where they admitted that they've literally approached Keanu Reeves for almost every one of their major films, I believe, since 2014. So he's been on their short list to get into a Marvel film. And I think that it's just one of those things that a certain film hasn't come up that he's really liked. And I think that, or maybe a script or something like that, hasn't come across him that he really thought he would enjoy, or maybe he just didn't have room in his schedule to do it. He has been in a decent amount of movies lately. He does have some commitments with like the John Wick franchise and other things. So the the thing that then comes up is there's been a lot of push for him really as two different characters, one more recently and one a little ways back. Now, the one that was a little ways back was around 2017. A lot of people were pushing him to be Adam Warlock, and a lot of people thought that was a good idea. Personally, I don't like that idea just because I feel like he does a lot better as like that down and dirty kind of gritty character. A bit better as like, a street level hero as opposed to this cosmic entity. But a lot of people thought that he might get, they might do like an after credit scene for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 where he would show up, or maybe he'd show up in Avengers Infinity War or Endgame or something. But so far, we have not had an Adam Warlock character, period. Now, the other one that is more recent, and I think is far more plausible, is people thinking that he might be the MCU's Moon Knight. Now, for people who don't know who Moon Knight is, think about if Batman was really obsessed with like moons and owls and stuff, and he was completely fucking insane, or at least more insane than he is. That's basically Moon Knight. But there, I mean, we've had, everybody has the thing where they show like, this fan art and stuff like that that comes out. But the thing is, I did a prediction video a while back, and some of those predictions have come true over what has been heavily rumored and what might happen in Marvel's years coming forward. Now, one of the things that I did say was a Moon Knight movie. Some of the stuff that did come true is they are working out. They're doing a new Blade. They're not using Wesley Snipes, but they are doing a new Blade film. And they're also moving forward with Thor 4, which was questionable when I did make that video until it was recently confirmed. Among a few other things, and I don't want to toot my own horn with that, but one of the other things I did mention was a Moon Knight film. Now, that has been rumored for a very long time. James Gunn, I think, brought it up a long time ago when he did the first Guardians. And it's been kind of floated around in certain circles of MCU directors since then. I believe the Russo brothers are the ones that have stated that they thought Keanu Reeves would make a good Moon Knight recently. But I think that's a character that might be attractive to him in some way because it is kind of a down and dirty kind of street character. He's basically Marvel's version of Batman in certain ways. And I think it would be interesting to see Keanu Reeves actually make the crossover from the action genre into the superhero genre. And I think that is a big stepping stone for a lot of actors moving forward. There's a lot of actors that have been cast in superhero movies, especially lately, that we never thought we'd see in a superhero movie. We have Angelina Jolie coming in for Eternals. Marshala Ali is going to be the new Blade. We had other actors in recent years. Chris Pratt coming in as Star Lord. We didn't think we'd see him in a superhero movie. He was just the chubby guy from Parks and Rec. Bradley Cooper doing the voice of Rocket Raccoon, or Vin Diesel coming in to do the voice of Groot and stuff like that. There's a lot of actors that we didn't necessarily think that we'd see in superhero movies. So I don't put it out of the realm of possibility that he could come in and do that. Now, as to what that would mean to the MCU if that did go through. Um, the thing is, like I said, the MCU is going through a rough road right now. The reveal of Phase 4 was very lackluster, other than a couple of other than that are really couple of things, and there's a few things that were very detrimental, like the Hawkeye series where he's going to pass the mantle to Kate Bishop, as well as the introduction of female Thor in Thor 4, and also the rumors of not Kamala Harris, Kamala Khan coming in for either a series or a film being announced at D23. Now, to counterbalance some of those things, I think you need something else for people to look forward to, because there's not a lot there. That WandaVision series looks relatively okay. Doctor Strange 2 looks really good, and Blade looks really good. Shang-Chi, I feel like most people could take it or leave it. Eternals looks interesting, but it's very untested. Again, it's kind of like the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Thor 4 just looks like a train wreck. So a lot of that other stuff is either meh or get it the hell away from me, other than Blade and Doctor Strange 2. So if you add another film to that moving forward, especially one that might be premiering relatively soon, like I think the films that they premiered are going to be coming out in 2020 and 2021 respectively. So if you had like 2022, if you had something like a big movie that would be coming out that year, then it would at least give them something to look forward to. And I think a Moon Knight movie with Keanu Reeves would do that, and it would do that 100%, because like I said in my video on Saturday, he's been elevated to a point now where he's one of the most beloved celebrities that we have. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves. Everybody. And that's part of the reason why the John Wick movies do as well as they do, even though they're great action films. And that's also one of the reasons why, we're seeing stuff that he's returning to, like Bill and Ted 3. And he's probably the reason why that film is probably going to do relatively good, if at all. But moving forward, I think this would be a career changer for him, and it would be very, very interesting to see. And it would give Marvel that booster shot in the arm they need to get through 2022 so that they can get to X-Men and Fantastic Four. Because once they get to X-Men and Fantastic Four, they're going to probably, as long as they don't screw it up monumentally, they're probably going to have a resurgence then, if they can make it to that point without movies crashing and burning. But again, I think you need a little help in this transitionary period, because they're not showing people a lot of stuff that they're really excited about. Now, I don't think Keanu Reeves can single-handedly save the MCU. I think that's a bit insane to suggest, but I think it's kind of like a booster shot. People compare The Rock to this in some ways. When you introduce The Rock into a franchise, he's kind of like a booster shot to the franchise. He boosts everything up. You look at Fast and Furious or GI Joe and stuff like that. Keanu Reeves could be that for the MCU, and I think that would be a really interesting idea. And I would love to see him play Moon Knight and go see that movie. I think that would be awesome. But again, it's all rumor. Nobody really truly knows what's going to be announced at D23, other than, a couple of things that you can kind of safely say are probably going to, like Captain Marvel 2 and Black Panther 2 and stuff. So, but given that information, and given that this film has been, bounced around quite a bit lately, what do you guys think? Do you want to see a Moon Knight movie with Keanu Reeves playing Moon Knight? Or do you think it's just a throwaway character and he'd be wasting his time? I'd like to know your opinions. Put them in the comments. Hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button, subscribe, and remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?